Hi, today I'm going to be talking about Beethoven's 20th Piano Sonata, Opus 49, number 2. Before I begin, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm aiming for 200 subscribers at the moment, and I would really appreciate your help. Now, this piano sonata, it is in G major. It is in cut time, meaning you count two beats per beat. And then the tempo marking is allegro ma non troppo, which means fast but not too much. So firstly, it begins with this G major chord, simple. And then there's this triplet figure, which is followed by this crotchet figure. And then this dotted rhythm. Trill. And then one octave higher. And then it is the same thing, but little variation. So this is, yes. And that is the first phrase, but it doesn't resolve, which leads to another figure. There's this scale. Now this piece has a lot of scales in it. This piano sonata is regarded as Beethoven's easiest piano sonata because of its simple structure, its short length, and its easier technical difficulty. But I wouldn't say it's a completely easy piece. Now this piece is played often by piano students, and nearly every intermediate piano student has come across this piece in the form of either excerpts or the full thing. So this first subject, the first phrase, like I said, is octave higher. Scale. And then there's ornament. Now this thing is repeated one octave lower. Modulation. Now this triplet figure, this ends the first subject, but it also ends the exposition. So it is a closing theme of both the first subject and the second subject. Now the second subject I'd say it is quite similar, although it has a more lyrical texture to it. Now this accompaniment, it resembles. This is very similar. Yeah, so the first phrase, that's the first half, and then so is lower, is heightened. So basically this is placed one note higher for the second half of the phrase. comes this. And then it repeats. I'd say all the phrases in the sonata, considering its simple quality, all the phrases are very symmetrical and very well woven together, using a few motives, only a few motives. Now this is exactly repeated until there's a cadence, and then it leads to this triplet scale. Ends with this long scale motion. All triplets, nearly almost all triplets. And like I said, the thing that ended the first subject also ends the exposition. Yes, now the development section of this piece is very, very short. It is less than 3 measures long. It uses first the first subject. So this is, and then the triplet figure is woven into the chord. Somewhat fluid. Minor, A minor, E minor, augmented 6th, and it reaches the dominative E minor. Repeated notes. And there's this kind of slow trill-ish. Development. Now the recapitulation. Now up to this point it has been identical, and then it suddenly modulates to C major. Now this scale, which ended the exposition, now this is moved in the recapitulation after the first subject. So at the end of the first subject, this comes back in C major. Slight modulation. A minor. And then we come back to this figure which ended the exposition. I mean the first subject in the exposition. Yes. And then the second subject comes. It isn't much altered. In fact, it nearly stays exactly the same, except now it is in the tonic traditionally. Staccato scale, 1 octave higher. time. It ends with this simple but effective chords. That was the first movement. In the next video, I'll be discussing the second movement, which is sort of like a minuet. But for now, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you next time.